Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And this movie came out in 2023, and it's a sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And I thought this movie was an improvement over the first movie. I thought the first movie was solid. This movie was just the first movie again, but better. It has better animation. Obviously, with it being newer, you would expect it to be better. And I thought the characters were really great in this film. And all the characters that they introduced in this movie worked for me, and I really liked all these different characters. Like Spot is a great villain, and they don't just make him like a bland villain. They actually give him like some elements about him that's kind of funny, but he's also intimidating, and he feels like a real threat. The action scenes in this movie, they take full advantage with the fact that it's an animated movie, and it just gives them an opportunity to be creative and crazy, and just gives them more freedom to do whatever they want and not to be pulled out of the environment that you're in, because what you're seeing is pretty crazy, but not necessarily the most realistic thing in the world. And because of that, they're just free to do just about whatever they want, and it's really fun and entertaining to watch. The comedy in this movie was pretty funny for most of the movie. Like, there's always a few jokes in these movies that don't work for me, but for the most part, I was laughing consistently, especially in the second half. I think the second half of this movie really is what I'm going to remember this movie for. Not so much the first half, not that I didn't like it, it's just the whole drama of Miles struggling to balance out his life and being Spider-Man. Like, that was kind of done in Spider-Man 2, but much better in Spider-Man 2, in my opinion. And here it just felt like, yeah, you're kind of treading on familiar territory, and I get it. You're trying to make Miles Morales a relatable character, which he is. I do think that they succeeded in doing that. I just felt as though the way it was handled was just done better before. And it's like, yeah, we're doing the same thing, but just not as interesting or engaging for me. And it's not just because it's familiar territory. And one thing to mention about the action scenes in this movie, my favorite action scene in this movie is the chase scene in 2099. That was an awesome scene. And it goes on for a long time, and it never overstates its welcome. It's always really engaging and really fun to watch. I also thought that the emotional beats hit better in this movie than in the first movie. And that was definitely an improvement in this film than the first movie. There were also some really cool shots in this movie that I really liked and thought added to the overall experience. But going to my negatives with this movie, I wasn't really a big fan of the opening scene just being a previously on Spider-Man Spider-Verse movie. So, I felt as though that could have been cut out, and it's not that I felt the runtime while watching this movie, because this movie is longer than the first movie. The first movie was 2 hours. This one's 2 hours and 20 minutes. And not that it overstayed its welcome, like I've said already, but at the same time, I can't really say that there are a couple things that could have been cut out. And also, one thing that I really did not like about this movie, and I don't really consider this a spoiler, but it's mostly just talking about the music, and it's that they brought back Prowler's theme in this movie, and I really do not like that theme. I think it's a pretty bad theme overall. It just doesn't add anything to the experience. It just sounds annoying, and I wish that they came up with a better theme than just whoa. But overall, I really did think that this was an improvement over the first movie in terms of the characters, and it's hitting the emotional beats. The action scenes I thought were better, and even the music I didn't feel ruined this movie. Like, it's actually kind of somewhat memorable in this film for me, and there's plenty about it that makes me want to come back to it, and I'm excited to check out the third movie whenever that comes out. So definitely check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Green Lantern. Oh, this is going to be fun. So look forward to that. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.